Should be fine that way. Okay, so now I've got to catch up now. Can everyone hear me? Hi, Desiree. Hello, Desiree. I remembered. I've got to check what's going on there. Everyone's talking about Christmas, I imagine. Ah, there we go. I'm just catching up with the conversation. I was going to sit in earlier and my stomach started rumbling and I thought, oh no, I don't want to be in the middle of a meditation. Hi, Victor. And then my stomach starts rumbling. Can you hear me? Dr. TM. Hello, welcome. Can't hear you. Not again. My mic's on. Yes, yes. No. Unmute. Try unmute. Oh, wonderful. I'll put in the microphone anyway. Oh, yeah. I did that last week. I had mine on mute and I'm yakking away and no one could hear me. But I'll put on my here. I'll put on my special mic because today feels like it's going into a different kind of meditation. I'm being guided, and if you guys are happy to, that's where we're heading. Not right now. We like having a chat first, catching up with you. I've got to untangle it. It's very tangled. All right, let me, you guys can keep chatting. Yep. Yeah, I've never had a problem with people hearing me. So it's too long. I didn't finish it. I am. Beautiful. So have you been here before, Dr. TM? Is this your first time? I haven't seen that name before, but sometimes you guys come in with different names. And then maybe someone we already had and I don't recognize them. Yes. Oh, you have been here before. Were you under a different name? I haven't seen that name before. Let me plug in. All right, can you guys hear me? New. Oh, lovely. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. You are in for a treat today because the last few days I've had what I feel is the next awakening for me. So you're in for a real treat today. How's everyone feeling? I am that I am. Yes. Heading towards the holidays. How's everyone feeling? We are. Love. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, and yes, Kath. Love. Towards the holidays. For a long, long time, for me as a grown-up, I used to dread Christmas because I was waiting for so long to be a mother. And every Christmas I would pray and I would ask, please. Oh, they haven't even started yet, Desiree. To the people too. Oh, dear me. You still got a week and a bit to go. Okay, deep breaths, Desiree, deep breaths. Oh, deep breaths. I didn't know how I was going to cope coming on today because I received a gift from my beautiful friend, Rafail. And I should have left it for after the live stream to open it. And I was just overwhelmed with the gift that he sent me. I'll show you. He has this beautiful store. He sells these beautiful bowls, the Tibetan bowls. I've got my striker somewhere down there. But, and he's got this lovely open infinity sign on the back. Whoops, it's upside down. That's his logo. And that's the one that's inside. But it was so beautiful. I was just so overwhelmed. It's such, I know they're quite expensive, so I think you're the first Kath, the one and only so far, that has been brave enough to go into that. I'm Bob. Okay, you can be Bob for today. Don't start with the Bob thing. Why did you say Bob? No, he buys them from a company, not a company, but a man in Nepal. So there's a lovely man that he knows in Nepal. Omega. Archangel Rafail. Oh, I know, right? I'll have to find a striker later. I'm wondering where they are so that you can see what it sounds like. Because I imagine... Oh, yeah, I found one. Being so big, it's going to be amazing. All right, so I've got it here, just so that you can hear it. Oh, I should put it here. My mic's down here. Oh, it just goes on forever. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, I have to stop myself because I'd already put on all my makeup. I know. No, it's not a random name. This is the thing I'm starting to notice. I was having a conversation with Kath the other day, and the day that we had called in Mother Mary was a very specific day. She was meant to be called in that day. And it's funny that you chose the name Bob. There are millions of names out there. And my daughter was on the board the other day, and she did this whole cartoon. She likes drawing. And she did this whole etch, and there were over 15 Bobs on the board. So I was wondering what it is with this Bob now. It's not random. Bob is there for a reason. Oh, Mother Mary. Bless. Aren't you lucky? Oh. So your name is Mary, is it, Dr. TM? Is your name Mary? I'm just confirming that I'm understanding. My first name is of Mother Mary. That's a beautiful name. One of my aunts is called Mary. Mary Ann. Lovely. Well, welcome. We're happy to have you here today. I don't know if you've experienced any of the lives. They usually somehow merge into a meditation towards the end. I don't know how that started, but we end up in a blissful place. Spirit, guide me to you. Ah, thanks, Spirit. Spirit is always active, always active. This week, that's what I wanted to share. It's been an incredible week for me. Every time we think that something is showing up, there they go. That something is showing up, and sometimes things will show up because they're trying to release something inside of you, something you're holding on to, you know. And what happened to me this week was that someone came on to make a comment in one of the videos, and they were talking about a book that's coming out soon, or has come out recently, I'm not sure, by Mel Robbins. I don't know if you guys know that. Oh yeah, that bowl. We'll do that later. Well, you know what? At the end of the meditation, if you guys don't mind, did I leave my beater there? My mallet? We'll do a few of those at the end of the meditation and see how you feel, because I love how it reverbs. So, anyway, he came up and made a comment, and the comment was about this book by Mel Robbins. And I've heard of her. I've seen, you know, some of her videos before, but she's a well-established author. And I thought to myself, I'm only just starting out as an author. Who comes onto an author's page to promote other authors' books, right? This was my ego at the time, and I really wanted to delete the message. I was like, delete. You know, I don't want other authors' books on my page, right? When I've got all these beautiful books that the spirit guides are trying to get out there into the world, the angels. So as I read the comment, I gave them the thumbs up, and I gave them the heart, and I thought, I'm not going to delete it. It's there for a reason. For me, everything is there for a reason. Even if it's just to, you know, ruffle my feathers and whatever, you know, to get something out of my system. I On that day, yes, I was irritated by that comment. I thought, ah! You know? But then it was funny because there were two words in the title of that book. And for some reason, those two words stuck in my head for days after. And those two words were, let them. Let them. I don't know what the rest of the title is. I think there's 4 words in the whole title of the book. Mel Robbins' new book. It's this green cover with white writing on it. There's writing on the top and writing underneath, but in the middle there's a big let them. Let them. And yesterday I was having this conversation with my mother-in-law, and she was telling me about a friend that's having problems with her son, with her children, right? Anyway, she was telling me about the whole drama of what was going on. And I was starting to get, this woman, if you met this woman, she's just an angel here on earth. She's just the sweetest person, I've ever met in person. And her voice is so soft and gentle. It just, if you could imagine what an angel on earth would look like, that's this beautiful woman. And so I was getting upset that why is this happening to her? She's so beautiful and all the rest of it. And then this morning I was creating some videos and it hit me like a ton of bricks. Let them. Let them. Let them. As you hear the words let them, what comes up in you in this moment? Let them. How do those two words make you feel? Let them. What does it mean to you? Beautiful. Yes. No judgment on all creation. How beautiful. No judgment. Let them. So this morning I created all these beautiful videos that'll probably be going out after Christmas, because I've already got all the videos lined up for before Christmas. And I have this gorgeous meditation. Jesus came in yesterday when I was recording videos that he specifically wanted to record a meditation on Christmas Day, for Christmas Day. So if there's anyone out there that's going to be feeling alone or feeling lonely, that beautiful video will be for them. Because I know most of you are going to be all wrapped up in family and all this. What happens at Christmas time that's so chaotic for so many of us. But there's also a lot of people out there that are going to be lonely, that are going to be alone. I wasn't going to post on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and I thought, no, I have to. Because not everyone has family around them at Christmas time. So I wanted to be there for those who don't have anyone else. But let them, what came up for me as I was going through this morning, was this beautiful awareness that we are here to have this human experience. And in that moment, I thought, my parents are angry with me. Everyone knows the story of my mum, how they're not talking to me right now. And in that moment, I felt a release. Let them be angry. And yesterday I got so upset for this poor woman because her son isn't talking to her. He won't let her see their grandchild. Yes. And again, I found myself this morning saying, let him be angry. Let him be angry. Let him have this experience that he came to have. So for us, what we can do, if we have loved ones that are upset with us, we can apologize. Okay, I've done that for me, and that didn't work for me. But in the moment that you apologize, it may be exactly what that person needed to let it go, to release it. It may be that's all they need. You to say, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. Yes, maybe that's what they need. But I know firsthand, and my parents weren't the first ones that I've had this experience with, that I've apologized and they don't want to accept the apology. So, let them. So once you've apologized, you've done everything you can, because we all have roles. We all play roles for each other, for our children, for our parents, for our partners. And sometimes there's things we do, we say that's part of our experience, but inadvertently, with no judgment. Yes, it's the judgment that makes us want to try and fix it or heal it or change it in any way. That's why the comment keeps coming up with no judgment when you read the comments of Dr. TM. That is the magic. Let them. Allow them. To me, let them means allow them to have their experience. No judgment. Allow them. This is what unconditional love is. Allow each person to have their experience. The other thing that's come up. Okay, so first we can ask forgiveness. That's the step we can take towards making amends. When they don't accept the apology, we can forgive ourselves. On our journey, it's never our intention in our experience to be hurting those around us, to be hurting the ones that we love most, our family, our parents, our children, our partners. It's the last thing we ever want to do. And yet sometimes that's what happens. We hurt these beautiful beings in the process, in our process, in our experience. So we need to forgive ourselves, because at the time that we hurt these beautiful beings, we were doing the best that we could do. We didn't have the information that we have now. Now we know better. We can do better. So forgive yourself. One, you can ask for forgiveness and see how that goes to that person. Try and make amends. If that person doesn't want to forgive, number two, you can forgive yourself. And once you've forgiven yourself, yes, that's right. Judgment or victim mode is within our conscious state. The illusion is not real. Yes, because eventually I realized I don't even need to forgive myself, because I realized I had to go through all that anyway. You know, when you realize it's part of your journey, it's part of your experience that you came to have, you don't need to forgive anything. You understand on a soul's level, this is what we came to do. And then let it go. But letting go means let them. Not let them go, but let them. Allow them to have their experience. Allow them without judgment. It's not good or bad. It's not right or wrong what they're doing. It's just the experience they came to have. It's that simple. Just as you have your experience that you came to have. It was just yesterday I was talking to my beautiful friend in New Zealand. Allow them. Allow them. That's right. So I was talking to her yesterday, and my friend in New Zealand, we talk almost every day. With no polarity, that's right. It is all love, Dr. TM, that's what it's all about. It is all love. And it's up to us to see that it is all love when we are ready. You know, the other thing that was coming up today in one of the videos I created is that people listen to me talk about my mom on and on, blah, blah. A lot of that stuff I bring up for others to see it in themselves, if they're still stuck in victim mode. But the truth is that I am who I am today because of these experiences I've had with my mum. I realized that at the end of that first book, Your Past is a Gift. As I finished writing that book, I thought to myself, hang on a minute. All these times that I've been talking about my mum smacking me and my mum yelling me, I have all these judgments about that was bad. It made me feel bad. It hurt. But all of that brought me to this moment in time where I had my first awakening. What if my mother was loving towards me and kind and generous and gentle? I may never have awakened. I would have kept living this human experience because I didn't have all of that. I didn't have all that illusion that my mum didn't love me for so many years. Everything we've been through gets us to where we are here in this moment in time. And as I was saying in my beautiful video today, 2 seconds of being awake, 2 seconds is worth it. It's so worth it, no matter what you've been through. If that's what it takes for you to be here right now and to be awake, then that's what it takes. It was worth the trip. So, there were 2 things with my friend that kept coming up because I was saying to her yesterday, you know, I'm kind of over talking about my past and talking about my mum. And I know they keep asking me to bring it up because I'm trying to bring it up in others. I'm trying to bring up that pain. I'm trying to bring up that they may see it in themselves. They may see what they've created up until this point in time. From all the beliefs that we create about ourselves in our childhood. All the beliefs we create about our parents. They love us, they don't love us. All of these are beliefs, they're not the truth. As Dr. TM says, there is only love. There is only love. And if you are seeing anything else, it is part of the illusion, it is part of your beautiful human experience. But there were 2 beautiful quotes that kept coming up as I was talking to my friend. And the first one is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Everything we do to others, we do to ourselves. Everything we do for others, we do for ourselves. There is only one in the room. Spirit is in all of us. You know, sometimes I feel when we put someone, when we put someone up on a pedestal, you know, that, oh, they're amazing, they have all these gifts, they're special, whatever other words you want to use. All is I am. Yes. When we put others up on a pedestal, we are not seeing that the divine that is in them is also in us. Jesus did not speak to a select few or to an elite group. Jesus spoke to anyone that would listen. His message was for everyone. And anyone who wanted to hear the message, he would just speak everywhere he could. He wasn't selective about who he gave the message to. He knew that just as Spirit was in him, it was in everyone that he came into contact with. Not just everyone, but everything. So when you do for another, you do for yourself, because you are Spirit and they are Spirit. So that's the first quote that keeps coming up a lot lately, and I grew up with that in church. The second one is, and this really goes with, let them. The second one was, I was remembering Jesus on the cross. He's been reminding me a lot when he said towards the end, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, for they know not. They don't know what they do. As awakened beings, when we begin to walk the earth and we are aware that Spirit is in everything, we have to remember that not all of us came to wake up. You know, for me, one example is my parents. Some beings came to be completely engrossed in this human experience. This is what their soul came to achieve. What does it feel like to be in this experience fully and to feel that this is real? Not the illusion, but real. That we are completely separate from others, that we are unsupported, unloved, all alone. We have to do it all alone. because others are just going to let us down. This is the illusion. But this is what they came to experience. It's not for us to judge that it's right or wrong. The other thing that came up yesterday is that we only have access to ourselves. I can only know for myself every single thought that goes on in my head. I can only know for myself why I reacted the way I did, why I said the things I did. I can sit for years on end, from now to the end of my days, trying to work out what's going on in my mum's head. But it's not my job. We're not here to understand it. That's their experience, that's their journey. We're here to have ours. We're here to have our experience, our journey. And how do you want that to look for you? Only you can know what's in your heart. Only you can know what's going on in your head. So, what I was being divinely guided to create today with this live stream was to bring in Archangel Metatron, if everyone was happy for that, to go forward today. And in the meditation where we bring in Archangel Metatron is to ask him for guidance as to our path. What is our purpose? What are we here for? Each one of us to look inside. What are we truly here for? Because not everyone is here in this lifetime to be the unconditional love, to show others what unconditional love looks like. Some of us have come to be the joy in the world, to show others what it is to be joy. Others have come to show us what peace looks like, how to be at peace. Different aspects of who we are in our natural state. We're not all here for the same. We all have different purpose in this lifetime. In your heart, when you look into your heart, what do you feel your purpose is? And this doesn't have to be on a grand scale. This can just be for those around you, for your family, for your friends, for the lives that you touch every day. What does your heart say? Not the ego, not the separate I. The ego will take you down rabbit holes and you'll never come back out again. But your heart. So how do you guys feel about doing a meditation with Archangel Metatron? Asking him for guidance, asking him for information about our path, about why we're here. Nope. I'm going to get rid of that. It's taking up my screen. Yes. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I had one of the most beautiful experiences with Metatron. Yeah, you're good? We're a yes to go. We're a yes for launch. Okay, let me have a sip of my tea. And Just reading the beautiful comments of how high the frequency is in this group. You know, the last few weeks I've noticed it a lot with the comments that come through. Some beautiful awareness that comes through. And speaking of, you know, when you place someone all the way up there, what I wanted to bring through in this moment is that I learn from you as much as you learn from me. There's been so many comments since I started this channel that keep guiding me towards my path. Many times when I'm not sure, I go and read comments in the morning and I'll find answers there. Or it'll be like this comment that my ego wanted to delete that message. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, because the last time I did that, I regretted doing that, because there was a beautiful lesson for me in that message that I had deleted the first time. So I thought, I'm going to leave it there. And eventually I got my lesson from that one too. Everything shows up for a reason. Everything. And if we stop to think that it is love loving us in every moment, there's nothing else happening, you know, then take a deep breath. Sometimes it's stuff that comes up because it needs to be released. We don't need to hold on to that any longer. It doesn't serve us anymore. Other times it'll be information that's for the next stage. No mistakes, that's right. No mistakes. We call them mistakes in our human experience. Yes. Love the darkness. All right, so if we're ready, everyone ready? We'll get started. Okay. So we can close our eyes now. Probably my mic. I'll just move my hair out of the way so it doesn't get in the way of the... Here we go. Okay. Closing our eyes, take a deep breath in now. And as you release this breath, release everything. Everything. Release the day. Release every thought, every worry, every doubt, every fear. Let it all go in this moment. We don't need it right now. There is nothing but this moment. Take another deep breath in, and as you breathe out, as you exhale, relax your entire body. Body, I give you permission to relax completely right now. With your next deep breath in, as you exhale, let go of your mind. You don't need it. Let your heart show you the way today. Feel into that beautiful space where your heart resides. Feel into the beautiful love that you are. Stay here in the love that you are. Now, imagine your feet are like roots of a tree going deep down into the center of the earth. Breathe in that beautiful earth energy now. Up through your roots, up through your feet, up through your body, up, 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 and out through the top of your head. The grounding is for our physical body because our energy resides in this physical body. But our body is still part of this physical realm. Take another deep breath in now through those roots. Breathe in that earth energy up, up, up through your feet, up through your body, up, 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 and out through the top of your head. Remember, your energy does not have a lid. It does not have a bottom. It is boundless. We don't need to contain the earth energy inside it, because our energy has no limits. Take one more deep breath now, in through your roots, breathing in that earth energy up, up, up. Up through your feet, up through your body, up, 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 and out through the top of your head. Now, sit with this beautiful earth energy inside of you. Know within yourself that this earth supports you fully. It loves you so much. It gives you everything in abundance. From the trees that give you the oxygen, to the birds that fill the air with their songs, just for you. When you are ready, we are going to call in the beautiful universal life force energy. We're going to ask for it to flow through us now. Breathe in that universal life force energy coming in through your crown, in. Down through your body, down, 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 down. Out through your feet and into the earth. And again, breathing in the universal life force energy, feeling lighter and lighter as it travels through, awakening every cell in your body, reminding every cell that this is what they are. Universal life force energy, spirit, God. Watch as it travels down, awakening every cell, until it comes out, out, out through your feet and into the earth. One more time, breathing in the universal life force energy. Watch as spirit comes down into your crown. Watch as it lights up all these beautiful cells inside of you, reminding these cells of the love that they are. Watch as it travels down, down, down. Out through your feet and into the earth. Let us sit here for a moment with this beautiful energy inside us. Watch as your cells rejoice. Watch as they remember the love that they are. They remember where they come from. They remember in this moment that they are always connected to Source, always connected to God. Not for 1 second are they ever separate. Feel the joy within your cells as they remember. Now, in this moment, we invite Archangel Michael to come in. We ask Archangel Michael that you stand in front of us. If you are comfortable to do so, you may ask Archangel Michael to wrap his wings around you. Feel the love from Michael's heart pouring into your heart. Watch as your heart space expands with this love. Thank you, Michael, for being here. We love you. We ask that Archangel Gabriel come be with us today. We ask Archangel Gabriel, please stand to the right of us. You may turn and face Archangel Gabriel, and as you do, you may give Gabriel a huge hug. Feel the love that is pouring in from Gabriel's heart into your heart. Feel your heart expand with this love. Thank you, Gabriel, for being here. We love you. We ask Archangel Rafail to come in. We ask that Archangel Rafail stand to our right. When you are ready, you may turn to face Archangel Rafail. And you may give Archangel Rafael a huge hug. Feel the healing energy pouring in from Raphael's heart into your heart. Any part of your heart that is closed, we ask Archangel Raphael to please open this part of our heart now. Assist us in opening our hearts, releasing all fears, reminding us that this is what our heart is for. This is the purpose of our beautiful hearts, to love. See this healing energy enter your heart now and fill every single space with the light of this healing energy that is coming through. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you for this healing energy. Thank you for assisting us in opening our hearts even wider, even bigger, even more than we thought we could possibly open our hearts. Help us open them even more. Our hearts, just like our energy, has no limits, has no boundaries. Our hearts are filled with unlimited love, infinite, unconditional, unwavering love. Remind our hearts in this moment, Archangel Raphael, that this is what this beautiful part of us is for. It is here to remind us of the love we are. Thank you, Raphael, for being here. We love you. We ask Archangel Uriel to come in now. Please stand to our right, Archangel Uriel. You may turn and face Archangel Uriel. You can give Uriel a huge hug. feel the energy pouring in from Uriel's heart. She is filling your heart with all the wisdom of the universe, that you may see the truth in every moment, that love is all there is. Love is all that exists, and that love is loving love in every moment without fail. Thank you, Uriel, for being here. We love you dearly. You may turn to face Archangel Michael again. We are back to the beginning. See the angels around you now, holding hands, forming a beautiful circle of protection around you. In this space, there is only love. There is only light. In this moment, we invite Archangel Metatron to come in and be with us. You may hold Archangel Metatron's hands and look into his eyes. Remind us, Metatron, of who we truly are in this moment. Remove the veil of the illusion. Allow us to see the truth of who we are. Archangel Metatron, we have called you in today because we wish to know our purpose. We wish to know our purpose in our heart. Remind us why we are here. Archangel Metatron wishes to kiss your forehead. If you accept, you can give him permission to do so. With this kiss, we open up our third eye, that we may see our spiritual path. In this moment, we ask Archangel Metatron to give us a symbol. Whatever symbol shows up for you is the right one for you. This symbol is a reminder of your spiritual path. Every time you see it, may you remember this is who you are. This is why you are here. This is Metatron's gift to you today. You may give Metatron a huge hug. And in this moment, if there is anything in you that you feel unclear, not sure, you want to ask any questions, ask Metatron in this moment. You may give Metatron another huge hug. Thank you, Metatron, for coming in today. Thank you for what you've brought forward for all of us today. Bless this beautiful group of beings. Bless their beautiful hearts. We love you, Metatron. So in this moment, if you want to stay for a little while with your eyes closed, we can try and play our beautiful Tibetan bowl that came today. I have a feeling it came for this beautiful moment. You can sit with Metatron. You don't have to send him away, or the angels. You can sit with them for a little bit while we play this beautiful Tibetan bowl. All right, my beautiful beings. When you are ready, you may slowly come back. I apologize for the car next door. It's school holidays at the moment. So there's a lot going on and everyone's getting ready for Christmas as well. There was a release. I'm not sure who had it, but I felt it. Something shifted. Me too. Yeah. Me too. I found myself, I cracked at the end. I try not to. But I felt something come through quite strongly. I'm not sure what it was. I just felt it. Oh, me too. I love you too. Eternally. Oh, how lovely. Infinitely is my favorite one. I love you infinitely. So how was that for everyone? All morning, Metatron's been saying he wanted to do this meditation. I thought, okay. I didn't know which way it was going to go or what was the... But I kept getting the word purpose. Purpose, purpose, all throughout the day. Perfect, yeah. Purpose. What is our purpose? Sometimes we seem to think it has to be, on a big scale. But, for so long, as you begin to awaken, you slowly affect just the immediate family around you. You don't even realize it. My daughter, the relationship I have with her is so different. My husband, even that relationship has changed. I have seen him change so much over the years. When you do the internal work for yourself, everything around you changes. It can't help but change because you're emitting a different frequency with love and for love. Yes, all of that. All of that. So, and you allow others to elevate their vibration, their frequency. Yes, sorry about that. Sorry, Kath. We had this the other day. Whenever you feel you're yawning or you find you need to stretch or any of these things are going on as you're in any of these meditations or if you're in a Reiki session or whatever it is you're doing where we're working with energy, it's the energy is expanding, it's shifting, it's making space. So that's your way of yawning or stretching. Physically, the body's being affected because the inside's being affected, the energy. So I loved that Rafail wanted to heal the heart first, so many people in the world with their hearts closed, so afraid to love, so afraid that they're going to get hurt. But that's what the heart was made for. Ah, thank you. And I can't remember what book, one of my books I wrote that, because I learnt this when I had my daughter. I didn't know this. As we were observing her growth, I was given this beautiful little book of what happens to the fetus as it's developing, so all the different stages. And what we learnt was that the very first organ to form was the heart. And in that moment, I kind of had this awareness of, the heart. It's the most important organ, above the brain, above everything else. The heart is first. And for me in that moment, I thought it was a reminder to love, that we are love. That's why the heart is first. So, how was it for you guys? Was there anything that came through? Was there anything you wanted to share with each other as you're here? I made it through. I thought I was going to start the whole session crying when I opened up that beautiful bowl today. I was just so blown away by his generosity. My friend, I just wasn't expecting that at all. And he also sent me these gorgeous little angels. And they're called, oh, where did the little note go? Hope angels, I think they were called. It's somewhere on a little card somewhere. But it was just beautiful. The other thing that I was discussing with my friend is that the moment you try to define love, you try to define it with words or with in your humanness, it's not it. You know, because for those of us, or if you have had manifestation, something, yes, something, I felt something come through. Either the hearts were opened or the symbol part was amazing, unexpected. Yes, oh good, I felt that too. Yes, I felt that from the Reiki session we did. That your purpose is that as well, to give unconditional love. Yes, I learnt about the symbol part because whenever I've done meditations, the symbol is what shows me later that this really happened, that this was real. The way these symbols show up later, the way they manifest for you. I've always found, you know, the information they give me, when I see it later, I can't say that it's not it, you know? I have to, it's like, oh my God, that really happened. I really got that symbol, you know? So, yes, but the symbol is for you. Later you will know what it means. You know, the first time I got a symbol was the, oh, he sent me today. He sent me that as well. He sent me so many gifts in this box. He sent me the, because with Metatron, the first time I got the Merkaba, and I didn't know what the Merkaba was. I had to go online and look it up. I got this symbol and I thought, what is that? And I didn't even know what it was called. So it was even harder, you know, to find what it was. But with Archangel Michael, I got the pentagram. Pentacle's on in a circle, I think. But I got the pentagram, just the 5-pointed star. And when that appeared, that was amazing for me. It was like, whoa. And I think I've already created the video with the last star that's standing on the back wall of my house. There's only one left of all the stars that were drawn that night. But yes, always ask for a symbol, ask for a sign, ask for proof or confirmation of, oh, how beautiful. Oh, that is so beautiful. And every time you see a white dove, you'll be reminded. Oh, that's so lovely. Yes, we all get different things. That's the funny thing about it, you know? Because we're all in different places. We've all had different experiences. And for each one of us, it's going to have a different significance. You know, what the white dove would represent for me would be completely different to what it's going to represent to Victor. You know, when he sees this white dove now. So, yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, do you guys have any questions? Is there anything you want to talk about while you're thinking about questions or anything that you want to talk about? Next Friday, I'll have to move the session to 1 p.m. because I won't be here next Friday. We're already in school holidays. It's already holidays next week. My husband will be home and I live in a little shoebox. So I'm not going to be able to get anything done with everyone running around the house here. I'm usually, you know, I'm worried dogs are going to start barking when I'm in the middle of a meditation, and that's about it for now. But with my husband and my daughter running around the house, it's going to be impossible. So next Friday, I can do 1 p.m. and I'll be doing it at my mother-in-law's house. I'm going to ask her for permission to borrow her a space. She's got all these bedrooms downstairs that she doesn't use. So I'll be working from there next week to do the live stream. After that, on the 3rd and on the 10th, those 2 Fridays, we're actually away at the beaches. We're actually traveling on both of those Fridays. I just realized after I booked it. So on the Friday the 3rd, what was the purpose? What was the purpose? Share it here and maybe we can. Maybe it's a lot simpler than what you think. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. So next week I'll confirm that on the 3rd and the 10th. Oh, okay. It wasn't clear. It wasn't clear? Perhaps when you see the white dove it will be. White dove. See, to me a white dove represents peace. Maybe to bring peace to a situation. The other thing to remember that these meditations, once we do them, in a couple of hours, this will already be a public video. So you can always come back. I heard guidance. Hey, Gray. I heard guidance. Guidance. Oh, only you can know what that means. You're here to guide someone to peace, I'm imagining. Someone in chaos, in turmoil. Sometimes you don't even know you're already in that situation. You're already doing that. You probably don't even realize it. You may already be assisting someone. You may already be guiding someone. Teaching, yes. All of those things. Peace. Good. Okay. So, oh, poop. It keeps wanting to restart this computer. I think I'll be all right just following from there. But yes, you can always come back to them, because to these beautiful meditations, to the chakra meditations, all the meditations I've made so far, just because you do them once doesn't mean that was it. You know, when I used to listen to Rikka's videos, I used to listen to them over and over and over, trying to reprogram all the negative conditioning I had in my head. I didn't want to hear all that negative talk anymore. But as you move along, and especially if you're listening to these videos and a lot of things are resonating, you keep evolving, you keep seeing things with new eyes. We keep seeing things from different angles that we couldn't see before. Yes. Oh, wow. Perhaps that is the step, guidance. You'll know it actually when it shows up. It could be like Kat said, you'll be teaching, you'll be doing something. You'll know when it shows up that that is it. You can also ask Metatron, you know, or your spirit guides. If you're in communication with your spirit guides, you can ask them for guidance. From here on, unique time. So, as we come back to do certain meditations and we're in a different place, you're going to receive different information. This is what happens to me every time I go into the Akashic Records, because I can now see things differently than I could before, because before I didn't have the experience I needed to see things the way I do now. There were still pieces missing. It's like a jigsaw puzzle that we're putting together. And you can't see the whole picture because you don't have all the pieces in yet. But as you keep going along, you keep listening, you keep evolving, because we're all evolving together here. And the information comes in and you start to see the picture. When you come back, these meditations will give you different information. The Akashic Records will give you different information each time. Unless, like me, you still haven't finished writing. So I keep going back in there and she keeps showing me the empty book. And I'm like, bruh, when am I going to be done with this empty book? You know, I love writing, so I'm not complaining. But I'm like, Can I get other information? Isn't there anything else you want me to do? You keep saying, this empty book. Ah. I feel like I'm having a Groundhog Day every time I go into the Akashic Records. So, anyway, but I have been in before. One time I went in, there was a city. I was in the middle, and I was standing amongst all these buildings. Usually I don't. I go in, and there's a huge library that goes on and on forever. Ah, okay, it could be that. Maybe you need guidance, obviously. Hey, we give guidance, but we also need it. You know, I'm the same. It never stops. We're always teaching and we're always learning. It's like it never stops. So, it's good. It's when we think we have all the answers and then we know that's not it, you know. So I think one of my favorite expressions is, all I know is that I don't know anything. You know, I know nothing. So that way you're always open to the infinite possibilities. Because once you decide, oh, that's it, I know that's the way it is, it can't appear any other way. It can't show up for you any other way. So, only you can know the answers for your path, for your life, for where you are right now. But I tell you, sometimes the answers come in the funniest ways, like that comment for me. But I love it. Yeah, well, my dad used to say that all the time. It's not our quote. It's a quote from way back. I don't even know who it's from. Yeah. Yeah, we do. And sometimes we think it's funny because sometimes you'll have people annoying you, you know, and you think, and they're the ones with the answer. And you're like, when you get it, thanks, you know. Sometimes it comes that way. It'll be someone that's really annoying you. And the answer's there. In that irritation, in that being annoyed. The answer's right there staring at you. Let them. So let that be our, what's it called? Creed? Is that the word? Creed for the week? Yeah. Mantra, if you like. Let them. Allow. Just allow. Unconditional love. I love that. Maybe you don't need a symbol, Kath. We don't all need them. For me, it's always confirmation. Same as with the tears, not everyone cries. We're not all the same. And I feel that, for me, honestly, you know, for people that I see that don't cry or that what is it called? They react in different ways to different things. Maybe that they're more evolved. You know what I mean? Like spiritually, they're on a higher level than we can possibly understand. And because they're looking at the situation from those eyes of spirit, you know, of unconditional love, is that they can't understand, well, why are you crying? There's nothing to cry about. You know, that's probably what they're thinking. Why are you crying? You know, when we cry because our loved one has passed or our dog has passed. You know, I cried for weeks when my dog passed. I missed him so much. But to an evolved being, they're probably thinking, why are you crying? You know, your doggy's energy, it's still with you, hasn't gone anywhere. It's just changed form. But it's still a part of you because you are spirit and your dog is spirit. And it is all spirit at the end. You know? So just because some of us express our feelings in a certain way, it doesn't mean that we are more evolved or less evolved. But he's with you. Your cat, dog, whatever it is, they are with us. They never go anywhere. You know? And at the time when Marcel came in and shared his beautiful story about his dog, I didn't want to go into the story about my dog. It's in my beautiful book. But it was the first time that I was gifted being able to see spirit when it was released from the physical. And, Tinkerbell, that's right, Tinkerbell. And for me, it was the most exquisite moment. Even though I cried, because I knew physically I wasn't going to be able to hug my dog anymore. I cried. I was going to miss the physical part. But once I saw his spirit come out of his body, and it started doing what he used to do as a puppy. You know, I'd take him up to the park and he would chase swallows. You know those little birds that swoop down low to fly on the grass? He would chase them, and I'd never seen a dog run so fast. Like, you could hardly see him. He would swoop down with them, you know, and off he'd go. And that day that he passed away at the vet, that we, you know, had to give him the injection because he was in so much pain. It didn't feel right to allow him to continue living. He was uncomfortable at that stage. He could hardly walk. His back legs were gone. He was peeing himself everywhere by that stage, you know. I had to help him down the back steps. I had to carry the back part of him down the stairs because he couldn't walk. So we had to put him down. But in that moment, as soon as his heart stopped beating, I had my hand on his chest. Yeah, and I felt the heart stop beating. And in that moment that I was just about to start bawling my eyes out, my daughter was already there crying, and I was trying to comfort her and, comfort the dog. I didn't want the dog to feel he's all by himself as he goes. So I'm holding him, I'm holding her hand, and in the moment that I'm just about to start crying because I felt the last heartbeat, I see his spirit pop out and start doing laps around the room, like when he used to do the laps up at the Oval. And then he comes and sits right in front of me, and he says, "Thank you, Mum," because I always used to call myself Mum to I do still to my dogs. I'm Mum, and they're my babies, you know. And he sat, and I could hear in my head, "Thank you, Mum." And that was it. Just like that, it disappeared. You know, the spirit just took off. And I couldn't stop crying. I was like, oh, even more so. Then he thanked me, you know. Is their path they know? I think they do. I think they have a higher awareness than us of when it's their time to go, you know. So, but yeah, that was the first time that I got to see a spirit leave a physical body. It was the most beautiful thing. And every time I get to witness it, it's a celebration. That's what I mean. We cry because we're going to miss the physical. But they are celebrating. They're free. He was free from pain. He didn't have to suffer anymore. But he was free. He was spirit again. Returning back, you know, to the beautiful energy. You return home. You know? There's always a celebration is what I notice with each death. Not on our side. We're too busy mourning and grieving that this person is now gone or that our dog is now gone and we have no more human experiences with them. But when they leave, they celebrate. And in the human ones that I've witnessed, that's I can imagine. They never leave us, Kath. This is the thing. It's not that they're waiting. Yes, when we pass in spirit, their spirit, okay, the spirit part joins again. But they never leave us. Spirit is never separate. So, you know, whenever you feel the need, you just talk to them. And they're there. They know. Same with loved ones that have passed. We can talk to them all the time. You know, and they're there. I know because I've done it with my uncle that passed away. And I didn't even know he'd passed away. Nobody told me. And I found out after. But eventually I asked the angels to call him in. I did do a video about this one. It's one of the earlier ones, I think. But talking about when we are in lower vibrations, like when we are in grief. I love dogs. They're so goofy. Yes, that's it. We can be together again. I get what you're saying. We can be together again. It's different to now that we can't hug them. We can't see that. He used to have this big buffy head and he used to look like a teddy bear. We used to call him Teddy Bear. But, oh, he was so gorgeous, so gorgeous. So, yeah. So sit with it for a few days, Victor, and maybe in a few weeks when I can't do the live streams because we're going to be away with my family at school holidays. So I'm off with my husband and my daughter for a couple of weeks and I won't be able to do the live streams. Maybe on those, come back and see where you're at and listen to the... I always mark the meditations where they start on these live streams now. So you can just click on that and go straight there. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Unless there's something in the first part that you feel you need to listen to again, then you can do that. But all of these meditations, I have marked them. The one with Mother Mary, the one with Jesus, this one. The one we did the first time with our spirit guide, that was so beautiful. So in a couple of weeks, as the new year settles, you've gone through Christmas, it's all done. You know, sometimes we've got so much going on because of what's going to happen soon. You know, we've got Christmas next week. So you might have a lot on in your mind. It's hard to disconnect, you know, from what's going on at the moment. Come back in a couple of weeks when we don't have the live streams, when I won't be here, and redo this meditation when you are clear, when there's nothing going on. And you'll probably find even then you'll get different information. So see how you go. All right, my beautiful beings. Anything else you want to share before we go today? Today was blissful. It was beautiful. Oh, how did you find the bowl when I, at the end? My neighbor turned on her car and I banged it a little bit harder and I thought, oh no, it might have been too loud. Next week will be half an hour later. It'll be 1 o'clock my time. I've been sitting on it for a year. Well, I've only been here for 4 months, so give it time. So peaceful, yes. Give it time. And know that when the time is right, Victor, the information will come through. Whatever it is that you need. Perhaps you need it this time. You know, sometimes we think, oh, we've got all this time, we're not doing anything. But sometimes we need to not do anything. The information I've been receiving in this last week, because I even get messages on Facebook. I've signed up to all these motivational quote, you know, like Rumi quotes and Wayne Dyer quotes and Louise Hay quotes. And so every morning I go into Facebook to see what my messages are for the day. I have a mini. Oops. But one of the things that's been coming up a lot. No, not if it's not what you feel in your heart. If you're not passionate about it, you don't feel in your heart that's what you need to be doing, I wouldn't be going back to it either. Oh, yes, the drum, I get it. Oh, the bowls, yeah. So, yeah, I've been getting that information lately a lot. You know, through childhood, this fight or flight response that we're in all the time because we're terrified we're going to get in trouble, we're going to get punished. That in me has created this shallow breathing that I wasn't aware of until after my daughter was born. And I went to a naturopath and she told me I had this shallow breathing going on. I wasn't aware of it. And it's been in the last, couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks that I've looked up breathwork courses so that I can learn to, again, you know, breathe and relax. And I'm finding the more I do breath work, the more tired my body feels because it's starting to let go of all this stress and anxiety and all this tension that it's been holding on to for so long. It's only now I'm feeling relaxed that I can let go of it. You know, that I'm on this path, that I'm releasing all this stuff with my parents, all this stuff with, you know, all of it. When you start to release it, you'll find that your physical body may be exhausted because for so long we've been holding on to it. You know, you start to do breathing, deep breathing, and you find, oh, I'm exhausted because for so long we've been doing this shallow breathing because we're stressed. You know, there's too much chaos going on. And so, you know, we have to allow that we are in this physical body and it's going to react when we start to slowly let go of things. It may be tired. It may need a rest, you know. So be gentle with your poor body. It's put up with a lot. going to eat me, yes. Yes. All right, my beautiful beings. I love you dearly. I will post up throughout the week. Check the comments that the live for next Friday will be at 1 p.m. my time, which is 30 minutes later. Okay? Because I need to get to my mother-in-law's house, and she lives further away than where I am. So I'll go straight there. Primal survival instinct, yes. That reminded me, it was funny when we watched Coco. I don't know if you've seen that animation. We watched it with my daughter. She loved it. We used to watch it all the time. And the Mexicans, they would throw a shoe every time you get in trouble. Throw a shoe to smack you. So that reminded me of my upbringing, you know. Was terrified of the shoe, terrified of the wooden spoon, terrified of what she was going to grab in her hand to come at you, you know, when you were in trouble. But that's still in our system, you know, until we release that. And the poor body's always like that. All through your adult years, you're still holding on to all that because you spent your whole childhood like that, you know. Oh no, she's coming for me. You know. And so, yeah, it's funny. But again, we are who we are because of all these beautiful experiences. I give thanks for that. Yeah, there you go. I give thanks for that. You know, we are here thanks to all these beautiful experiences we've had. All right, my beautiful beings. So 1 p.m. next week. I will let you know in the comments. I'll adjust that time just for next week. Thank you. Thank you for being here and making this possible and for bringing in that gorgeous energy. Something came through today that was amazing. That touched the whole group. I felt it come through. And it was wonderful. Whatever it was just wonderful. And remember, you can always come back to these beautiful meditations if you feel that now maybe something might come through. They don't take very long. I think the meditations are about 30 minutes long each. They don't take very long. All right, my beautiful beings, so they're here for you. They're free. Use them as often as you need to. These beautiful meditations. Holy Spirit, all of it. All right, my beautiful beings. I love you dearly. Thank you for being in my life. Hugs! Definitely hugs. I love my hugs. Thank you, Kath. I'm definitely taking one from you. I love you guys, and every day I am grateful that you are here. I was so looking forward to getting here today to be on the live stream. I used to be so nervous, and now it's like, I don't know. I just can't wait to get here and be with you. I love you all dearly. Bye, guys. I'll see you next week. Well, it'll be a different setting, maybe just a plain wall, but I'll be here. Okay? Bye for now. I always forget where I have to press to turn off. Okay, I think it's that one there. Oops.